You know, first time in an Indy Lights car at Indy, although on the road course was just kind of a surreal feeling. You know, as I came out of the pits, I just had no idea what to expect. The last open wheel car I drove was a 4Runner that had about 100 horsepower, a little more, and this has, I don't know, 400 and something. It's got a lot of downforce, big tires. I can barely see out of it the whole time. But, you know, just kind of worked up my speed and kept asking them questions on the radio and had a little mishap with my right leg in terms of the throttle pedal. It was coming back too far, so I had to almost invert my leg, and it got cramped up, so we had to come in and fix that and lost a little time. So overall, I felt like we went pretty quick, had a good time, and as a race car driver, I just want to go faster. So we're going to go look at the data and try to make it better. You know, my team shutting down Swan Racing this year in Cup, it kind of gave me a chance to just say, well, let's just go do fun stuff. You know, you're not going to get anything quality right then and there. Nothing's going to happen that quick. So when we had this chance, a little break, you know, Bob Perona and I, my manager, have worked on kind of finding things that would be fun, would be championship caliber, you know, winning race teams that we can work with professionalism and you know, kind of just try a bunch of things out there and then say, okay, what do we enjoy the most, you know, or just have fun with it all. And kind of show people maybe that, you know, I can kind of be in different disciplines of racing. And that's, you know, this is the start of that, and definitely I'm having a great time. I'm smiling, I'm having fun. It's a unique opportunity, and just trying to kind of learn, embrace it all, take it in, take in IMS, and then go out there and put some speed on the racetrack.
All right, cool. Did you have fun?
Yeah. I just want to go faster. I didn't like how it ended like that. That last one, if we got to run 2 or 3 laps, we went fast. I jumped to a 22 second.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda lap.
It's aggressive, for sure. The physicality of them, you know, it's not so much maybe harder to steer or more upper body intensive. It's really, you know, the way you smash the brake is just a whole different form of braking and you know, style than we would have in a stock car, especially in an oval. And then, you know, the downforce. There's a corner, the last corner coming on the front straightaway. I always liked when David Hobbs and Formula 1 would call them neck stretchers, and it's exactly what it feels like. You're going through there on a right-hander, and it just feels like it's trying to rip your head off to the left. And I commented with these guys, I was like, yeah, I might need to, you know, work on that a little bit. So to be able to do that for about an hour, but you know, that's something that is just all part of the learning curve, all part of kind of understanding what this is all about, what the, you know, what the whole genre or discipline is like, and then go out there and say, okay, these are the things I need to work on if I really want to do this, or if I just want to get better, you know? As for, you know, NASCAR drivers coming over to the IndyCar side and vice versa, you know, we've seen a lot of the other Ray, you know, Sam Hornish, Charlie Franchitti, Dan Kirkpatrick, Juan Montoya, a lot of those guys came to NASCAR, you know, in terms of, you know, as they got in the IndyCar stuff, it felt like a new challenge. But I think you're going to see a lot of interest out of the NASCAR drivers simply because as the sports have, you know, as NASCAR's kind of leveled off in its popularity, those sorts of things, they're looking now that things aren't so restrictive, you know, the sponsors are more open to garnering more attention and more publicity. It's something for them to go and have some fun, do something different, something as race car drivers, we're always interested in other forms of racing. And I just think you'll see, you know, obviously Kurt Busch paving the way. I was a part of that with being his test driver on the stock car side for that whole month of May. And, you know, got to see how he did that. Although it was stressful, I think he'll tell you, you know, it's maybe not, it was just intensive. You know, he had so much success, I think a lot of guys thought, you know what, maybe I can do that too. And I think a lot of sponsors saw the publicity out of it, a lot of people saw, you know, the attention, and I think all those things garner well for, you know, maybe some of these guys saying, let's go do that, it'll be fun.